Hello and welcome to another edition of Gaming with Moeman. In this episode I'm going to talk about 5 different mods that you can use in Minecraft. Specifically, Zoms mod, which lets you fly, the single player commands mod, which gives you lots of commands you can use, such as spawning items and changing the day settings, time and day settings, as well as the weather, and also the floodgate mod, the biosphere mod, as you can quite clearly see, and also the mine colony mod, which is my personal favourite of the 5. So first of all I'll talk about Zoms mod, since it's pretty much the simplest to understand. It simply lets you fly, so you can go up and down using the Q and E keys, obviously, which is simple, and it's also good, especially with the biosphere mod, which is a complete and utter overhaul of Minecraft's terrain generation. As you can see, instead of a normal landscape, you get given lots of connected large spheres, each with a different biome in it. These range from a normal desert, snow and grassland, and also you can get nether biomes, which are rarer because they are, well, the nether biomes. And as for mining, you can still dig down into the ground underneath, although you run the risk of coming out underneath the spheres and falling into the void and eventually to your death. Although there are caves, natural caves in here, which are based on the nether caves and how they're generated. Next I'll talk about the floodgate mod, which is pretty simple. It simply allows you to place blocks like this, which can make the block adjacent to them, which is automatically created, to disappear and reappear with the application of redstone current. As you can see here, I've set up a room where there's water flowing through the ceiling. If I flick the switch, the floodgate closes and the water disappears. Flick it again and the water's let back through again. Now, as you can see, you can't actually see any floodgate. Instead, what you can do to the floodgate control box is you can disguise both blocks as whichever block you want, whether it be stone or cobblestone or even wood, as you can see now. Next I'll talk about the single player commands, which is a varied set of different commands which let you do many things, such as spawning items. All you have to do is open a chat and type give, then the item ID. I'll spawn some stone, so the item ID is 1, and how many you want of each item. In this case 64. Press enter, and there I have it, 64 stone. It also lets you change the time, so time night, and there you can see it's becoming night, and you can change it back to day by typing time and day, as well as other commands such as weather, rain, and it will turn the rain on. And finally I'll talk about mine colony, my personal favourite. It simply lets you create like settlements with workers. This box I'm holding here is a lumberjack's block, and it lets you create a lumberjack, and he will go off and he will cut down trees. He will then take the resulting wood he gets back to the box, and I can pick it up when he's finished. Of course his axes won't last forever, so you do need to replenish them. You just need to make some more axes and put them in his chest, and when his axe breaks, he'll go and search his chest for a new one. If there isn't one, he'll ask you for one, which is pretty neat. You can also make miners, which will dig down into the ground, and they look for all different types of ores, and cleverly enough they manage to ignore dirt and stone and just collect the ores that you want. You can also create farmers, which will grow crops and, well, bring the crops back to their chest. And finally, you can also create delivery men who will go to the chests of your workers and collect what they've collected and bring it back to their own chest, so everything is in one chest. And that is the end of these 5 different mods I am showing you. Thank you, and